The Muscatine City Council will come to order. Begin this evening, as always, with a roll call. Lori.
Councilmember Ferreira.
Here.
Fitzgerald.
Present.
Matte.
Present.
Shahade.
Present.
Bynum.
Present.
Phillips.
Present.
Trent.
Present.
That's all present.
Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that very much. Folks, would you rise and join me in our Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Council, if you'll indulge me for just a second, we're going to deviate from the norm. With us tonight is the reigning Miss Muscatine, Sarika Raleigh. If you looked at the consent agenda, you will see that there was a proclamation, or is a proclamation included in that consent agenda. It basically is Sarika's platform in her reign as Miss Muscatine, and she would like to read that proclamation at this time.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that introduction. I am your Miss Muscatine for this year, and my platform is all about volunteering, so I thought a proclamation to create Muscatine's Volunteer Week would be a great idea. So, here is the proclamation for Muscatine Volunteer Week. Whereas the President of the United States has stated that America's story has been marked by the service of volunteers, generations of selfless individuals from all walks of life have served each other and our city, each person dedicated to making tomorrow better than today. They exemplify the basic American idea that we can change things, make things better, and solve problems when we work together. And whereas volunteers are the lifeblood of our schools, shelters, hospitals and hotlines, and faith-based and community groups. And whereas last year, nearly 64.5 million Americans, that's 26.5% of the adult population, gave themselves through 7.9 billion hours of service. And whereas in the state of Iowa during 2013, 784,000 volunteers, 36% of the adult population, gave themselves through 79.8 million hours of service with a value of $1.4 billion of service contributed to fellow Iowans, ranking us 5th in the nation and Washington, D.C. And whereas in the city of Muscatine, approximately 8,200 Muskie volunteers gave over 834,760 hours of service with an estimated value of $18.5 million to the Muscatine community. And whereas volunteering and civic engagement are the cornerstones of a strong city, it is appropriate to encourage, empower, and celebrate and honor the volunteers of our city. And whereas organizations such as the Miss Muscatine Scholarship Program, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts of America, 4-H, United Way of Muscatine, and Rebuilding Together Muscatine are examples of many local groups that share their time and talents to the tenets of service. And whereas volunteers will serve those in need in the city of Muscatine during Muscatine Volunteer Week. So now therefore, actually you, Dwayne Hopkins, Mayor of the City of Muscatine, do hereby proclaim the week of April 6th to the 12th, 2014 as Muscatine Volunteer Week in the city of Muscatine and urge all of our citizens to support the efforts of local organizations and service groups that encourage volunteers and service to others and celebrate the profound impact of volunteers. Thank you.
All pending council's approval. I can assure you. You've certainly done your homework, and you certainly brightened up council chambers tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Couple pictures through the cooperation. Oh, you want to do it? Already. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Jason Legis in cooperation with the Muscatine Journal. Okay, let's move along. Again, item number 4, communications. If there's anyone in council chambers that wishes to address council about an item that is not included on tonight's agenda, now would be the time to come forward. Bob, another 3 minutes?
Yes. My name is Robert Bromwell. I've been here numerous times, and I'm here as president of the Friends of the Greenwood Cemetery. And believe it or not, Rich Climbs just busted my bubble. I was here tonight. I was going to refer to the article that was in the letter to the editor in today's paper. Maybe some of you haven't been home to read the paper. Maybe you never got that. But there was quite a mess out at I won't read the letter now. You can read it for yourself when you go home. But there was quite a mess along the bluff out at the cemetery. And this lady that wrote the letter, she was concerned about it, that it was looking like a dump. And she was concerned more about that than she was the steps or the cell tower that's being brought before us. But Richard Climbs just told her and told me that it was all cleaned up today. So that's great. I appreciate that. Because we, as the Friends of the Cemetery, of the Greenwood Cemetery, we was going to go out there the week of spring cleanup, and we was going to clean all of that out of there ourselves. So this goes right along with the volunteers that I just heard us made a proclamation on. And so that's great. I think we can use a lot of volunteers for this and for a lot of everything. So that's basically, he stole my show. So you have to blame him. But I would like to pass these out. I'll start here with Councilman Spread, and if you would just take one of each of these and pass them around to the council, it'll bring you up to speed on what the Friends of the Greenwood Cemetery are doing and what we want to do. And I would like to thank Councilman Spread for returning an email. We sent an email to all of the councilmen. He's the only one that responded with a few questions, and we really appreciate his response, getting back to us and answering the email and asking us questions, because this helps us direct the way that we want to go and what we want to do and what we think would be best for everybody involved. So, with Rich Climbs still in my show tonight, that's it. Oh, and Mr. Mayor, there is one thing though. You said 3 minutes. I looked on the website tonight, or today, and I seen under city participation, citizens participation, there's a little thing in there that says 5 minutes. Now, if it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes, maybe that needs to be changed. I don't know. And maybe you have maybe it's kind of up to you, which I can understand that. But I just want to let you know that it does say 5 minutes in there instead of 3.
And you're absolutely right, Bob. It is up to me.
Thank you. And, Mr. Mayor, while we're talking, the 19th of December, you promised me that you would get it back to me in black and white as far as what you and the city council wanted us to do as far as Friends of the Greenwood Cemetery.
Actually, Bob, I believe, and I apologize for interrupting you, I believe I got back to you face to face in that it would appear every avenue that you approached with regards to support for the cemetery steps met with a no.
But you did not get back to me in black and white after that meeting, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
That's okay. That's fine. We'll talk about that later.
I believe I just did.
I'm not here to dispute
Press
that.
is here, and obviously this is televised as well.
Well, anyway, I don't feel like I was gotten back to because one time I asked you, and you just
Bob, let's just cut it off right there.
that's
okay?
that's good. Thank you anyway, and thank you for letting me have my 3 minutes.
You bet. Item number 5 on tonight's agenda, the consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes item 6A, items 8A through F, item 9A, filing of communications 12A through J, and tonight's bills totaling $944,612.43.
So move, Your Honor.
Motion by Bob, a second. Second to Mike. Any discussion, council? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Down to item 7A, it's a public hearing allowing public comment on the Muscatine Municipal Housing Agency plan. The Muscatine Municipal Housing Agency is required to annually conduct a public hearing to allow for public comment and discussion on any changes to the goals, objectives, and policies of the agency. Now is the time for the public to comment. Is there anyone in council chambers that would like to speak? Motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
Osama, and a second. Scott, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item B, this public hearing concerns the approval of the City of Muscatine's capital improvement plan for fiscal years 2014 through 2018. The City Council has reviewed drafts of the proposed CIP. Prior to the adoption of the final draft of the plan, a public hearing is required. Now is the time for the public to comment. Is there anyone in council chambers tonight that would like to speak to this?
Move to close.
Motion to close, that was Tom.
Second.
Second, Jeanette. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Down to item 11A from the city administrator. Presented for city council's consideration is a resolution accepting the CFP formula grant, approving amendments to the CFP annual and 5-year action plan, and authorizing the housing administrator to execute the consolidated annual contributions contract on behalf of the Board of Commissioners. The MMHA annually receives CFP formula grants for the purpose of improving living conditions at Sunset Park and the Clark House. In March, the MMHA was informed of its allocation for federal fiscal year 2014 is $160,589. It is now necessary for City Council to take action to accept the grant. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Phil?
Second.
Second, Tom. Any discussion, council? This is a roll call, beginning with, made that motion. Phil? Mike?
Yes.
Tom?
Aye.
Jeanette?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
And I think I started with you, didn't I, Phil?
Yep.
Motion carries 7-0. Item B, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution approving the City of Muscatine's capital improvement plan for fiscal years 2014 through 2018. The City Council has reviewed drafts of the proposed CIP, and staff is now recommending its adoption. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved.
Jeanette, and a second?
Second.
Second, Scott. Any discussion? This also is a roll call, beginning with Jeanette.
Aye.
Bob?
Nay.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Phil?
Aye.
And Mike?
Aye.
Motion carries 6-1.
Aye.
Aye.
You
Did I miss you, Tom? Okay, I'm sorry. Item C, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution executing a lease amendment of public property in Greenwood Cemetery to Towerco 2013 LLC for communications purposes. The company is currently renting the West Tower and is interested in extending the lease time period to 2043. The city would continue to receive 10% increases for each renewal period. With the amended lease, the city will receive 25% of the gross lease payments from all additional tower renters. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved.
Mike?
Second.
Is that you, Tom? Okay, and any discussion, council? And a roll call beginning with Mike?
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
Jeanette?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
And Phil?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item D, presented for City Council's consideration is a request to approve a memorandum of understanding with Muscatine County to conduct building inspections. The memorandum of understanding permits the city to act on behalf of Muscatine County to conduct site plan reviews, construction plan reviews, approve and issue construction permits, and retain fees for inspection services based on the adopted City of Muscatine permit and review fee schedule. The memorandum of understanding has been unanimously approved by the Muscatine County Board of Supervisors. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Bill, and a second?
Second, Your Honor.
Second Osama, any discussion?
I have a question. Why wouldn't this be a 2080 agreement?
A 2080 agreement, you can have a simple agreement. There's nothing that requires that you use a 2080 agreement. A 2080 agreement has more.
So this is, this is enforceable for our purposes? Okay.
This is kind of I think a trial period, seeing how it's gonna work, so rather than getting all sophisticated with, this is probably better for now.
Anyone else, council?
One more quick question, is someone's hours going to be increased to be able to, is there an expense?
A couple comments. One, the city obviously will receive the revenue from the inspections. We don't have a great a grasp or understanding exactly how many we're talking about. This is out in the county, and it's only commercial and industrial. And our plan is to track it, and see what type of time and investments involved. If there are additional fees down the road, for example, for travel time or that we need to take a look at, we can expand this. But Phil's correct. This gives us an idea to do a trial period, see how things work. But no, there's no intention to increase staff at this point in time.
Thank you.
Anyone else, council? Let's get to the vote, and this is a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item E, presented for City Council's consideration, is a request from the Police Department to purchase 2 Stalker radar units. The units will be installed in the new squads that will be outfitted in spring 2015. There is $5,200 budgeted for this purchase. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved.
Scott?
Second.
Second, Bob. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item F, presented for City Council's consideration is a request from the Police Department to declare the K-9 kennel as surplus to allow the K-9 handler to keep it and reimburse the city for the cost of a kennel for the new K-9. The K-9 purchased in February 2012 was recently put down due to kidney disease. The officer keeping the kennel will reimburse the city the cost of the new one, or $409.66. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So move.
Bob?
Second.
Second, Mike. Any discussion?
So my only question is that he's basically reimbursing us for a new one that's been used for 2 years?
He's reimbursing us the cost to, rather than taking it out of his backyard and putting
Correct.
it into a new location.
He's gonna keep the unit,
He's gonna keep the unit and pay us to put the new one.
so why don't we cut him a break on it since it's 2 years old?
Cost of installing a new one, we can take the new, we can keep the existing one and not have the additional expense, so
If he's in agreement to it, I guess it's okay, but it just seems to me that it would have been more fair to give it to him for 3/4 of the cost.
Anyone else, council? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item G, presented for City Council's consideration is a request to approve a professional services agreement for Phase 1 of the high-strength hauled waste dump site project at the Water Pollution Control Plant. Phase 1 of the study will be used for proposals to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources to determine the plant's eligibility to handle such waste as fats, oils, greases, fogs, if you will, and other industrial organic discharge. Staff recommends entering into a professional services agreement with Stanley Consultants in the amount of $20,500 to conduct the first phase of the screening study. There is $20,000 budgeted for this study. Is there a motion to approve the request as
So
submitted?
moved.
That's Mike.
Second.
Second, Scott. Any discussion?
Got on it.
I've got a quick question for John. Is it too early to kind of estimate some kind of a payback on this? I mean, it seems to me like it's something that, because of the energy and the fees, that,
Yeah, this study is going to help us determine that better, but I know that where I'm taking it right now, we made $40,000 just from the few deliveries that we do get. And I've had interest from somebody that picks up interceptors for a major retailer in all of eastern Iowa, which would pretty much double that. And that's one hauler. And we turn away people all the time. So we're looking at $100,000+ a year in revenue generated by this project. So should be a pretty good payback for itself. And that doesn't include any of the energy that we recover from the gas. So
that's what I kind of suspected, but that's good to hear.
it's a really good deal. It's appropriate for us. We don't have any other place to take it. We go around, tell people to clean them up, and they say, "Where do you want me to take it?" And we say, "I don't know." It's better to give them an answer and say, you can bring it right here in town, as opposed to driving it to Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyone else, council? Question for John? Okay, thanks, John. This is a voice vote as well. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. It is now time for communications from council members, and we'll begin with Councilman Raywald.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Councilman Fitzgerald.
Nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Councilman Natvick.
Nothing, thank you, Your Honor.
Councilman Shahade.
I have nothing, thank you.
Councilman Bynum.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Councilperson Phillips.
What week is cleanup week? Is that the 24th of April, or?
Be the week of the 21st.
The week of the 21st.
Week of the 21st, thank you.
It's on the website.
Thank you, Jeanette. Councilman.
Nothing
Fred.
this evening, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. And Greg.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor. Well, I do want to comment on the cemetery. Park and Rec staff did get that cleaned up in there. Part of it's older. Police department's also going to be keeping an extra eye on dumping around that site. It's kind of, it's public and private property back in there, so we appreciate citizens keeping an eye out for illegal dumping, and if you do notice it, to contact the police department, City Hall, Park and Rec, and we'll jump on it.
Very good. Okay, council, I think at this time I would entertain a motion to enter into closed session.
So moved.
Osama, and a second.
Second.
Second, Tom. This is a roll call, beginning with Osama.
Aye.
Scott.
Aye.
Bill.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Tom.
Aye.
Jeanette.
Aye.
Aye.
We're now entering into closed session. Folks, thanks for coming tonight.
He's tried to forget me twice tonight.
Yeah.
You did a good deal.